Hello to all our amazing
Hello,
life
everybody.
groups. We just wanted to send you a quick message to update you. Obviously, this is probably your second to last life group of 2020.
From a formal perspective, of course.
Yeah, we're hoping that next week your life group leader will let you know, but maybe you'll get together for a bra or to share a meal just to end the year on a little bit of a high note. But this evening, we wanted to kind of introduce you to a bit of a journey that we're going to be going on as a community, and Roger's going to be letting us know a little bit more about that.
So I don't know if you've picked it up, but I mean, for us, every year the same thing happens, whereby you end the year, and I think this year is going to be no different. In fact, I think it's going to be more than ever before, in that you tend to end the year and you spend a couple of weeks basically trying to escape from the year that was, whether it's trying to go on the nicest holiday you can, or just binging on Netflix or whatever your social media choice is, or basically taking whatever you can into your body to try find some sort of relief. And we put such high expectations on such a short amount of time. And then there's two major problems. One, we don't get the rest that we really need, and we arrive on the back foot into the new year. And then secondly, we basically are starting the year badly.
Yeah.
And so you've got this compounding effect, and then we tend to sort of scramble around. We rush together a few New Year's resolutions to make it feel like we're still good Westerners. And then basically we try to do the year as best we can. And we just want to do everything we can to say, let's push back on that. Let's not be those who arrive into the year having kind of escaped from the year that was, and then imagining the year that will just magically be better than the one that was. And I think more than ever, God's call to us as a people is to try our best not to escape.
Yeah.
And we're going to send you some documents in a while that'll talk about creating a rule of life. And one of those documents talks about the fact that what we don't need when it comes to looking after ourselves, soul care, personal health, is not more days at the spa or more days surfing better waves or whatever. Those are cool things, and I like them, and I sometimes need them. But what we need more than anything is to create the kind of life that we don't actually need to or want to escape from.
Yeah.
And that's really what Jesus calls us to in that beautiful passage where he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest for your souls." He says, come to me and let's create the kind of life that we don't want to escape from. Let's create the kind of life that's a delight-filled, joy-filled life. Life's hard. There's lots of tough choices, but coming to Jesus is to choose the best of the hard version. It's the healthiest hard version. It's the version that will produce life. John chapter 15 talks about abiding in the vine.
Wow. And you would have heard us say the rule of life. And don't worry, these are not rules for life. We're going to be explaining exactly what we mean by that. And we're going to be creating a few of these kind of short videos to journey you through. And as Raj mentioned, a few documents that you can read and become familiar with it. And then we're also encouraging you to, within your life groups or friendship circles, just to create some space of encouragement and accountability, just to share this journey in community as well, and to be checking in, how's it going? Hearing how other people are processing this as well. And we're going to be giving you all that you need to create a rule of life and to go into 2021 with a real sense of intentionality.
So here's what you're going to be doing in life group. Your life group leaders are probably going to do a bit of reflection, possibly on Sunday's message. And then what we're asking you to do is to consider carefully, and there may be some people you want to include in these smaller groups who aren't there tonight for whatever reason. And to consider within your group, who are the one or two people that you personally are going to start this journey with. And really what we're inviting you into, as Nix has already said, is to creating a trellis or a rule for life, which is really what's going to help you in 2021 to create habits and rhythms and routines that are going to cause your life, hopefully, to find the shape of Jesus, to be more shaped like Jesus than any other shape. And we did that exercise a couple of weeks ago where we said, hey, imagine you relived an ordinary day in your life. Would you become more or less like Jesus? And creating a rule of life is a journey where you get to create and shape the habits of your life in a way that basically helps you to have a bit of peace when you look back, having done this life story, and you go, I know that I will become more like Jesus based on this exercise. And really, a rule of life is a trellis, it's a guide, it's a couple of habits and rhythms that you choose to put in place in your life so that you can, in a sense, in the mess and the complexity of life, know that you are shaping your heart towards becoming more like Jesus. And so we're going to walk you through that. Your task today and this evening is to go, who are you going to do this with? And really, who you're going to do it with is simply to go, who's going to keep you accountable to each week going, did you do it? How's it going? And are you sort of making progress in creating this rule of life? And it's really a 4-part journey, and you can do it as fast or as slowly as you like, but hopefully coming into early Jan, you will have your own personal trellis rule of life, which will simply be a document that you have created about your life. If you're in a family or marriage, it'll include that journey and those people. And essentially, you'll have this document that you'll put somewhere prominent in your house, in your office, that you'll be able to reference for the kind of life you want to live and the kind of person you are becoming. Because the greatest gift we can give to the world is who we're becoming. And with all the uncertainty, this is probably the bad news part, is that sometimes we look at 2021 and we go, we just basically sweep 2020 under the carpet. 2021 is going to be basically normal again. And the fact is we don't know. One thing we do know is that God will be with us and he will continue to shape who we're becoming. And you do have control of that. Who you're becoming and what you do with your life before God is actually something you can do and have a level of control over. Even bad circumstances can be utilized to shape us into the kind of people that are Christ-shaped. And so we're inviting you in that journey. Tonight's task, who is your buddy? Who's your partner or partners? We're suggesting no more than 3. And try maybe keep it gender specific, so guys with guys and girls with girls, so that it's not just you and your spouse if you're married. But try to share the journey with a few others in your group. And like Nick said, maybe even outside your group.
You may have lots of questions, and we want to say, don't worry. We will be hopefully answering all of those as the days and weeks roll by. But we're really excited for this, and we really feel a sense that God is with us on this journey, and that he's really got amazing things for us as a community as we place intentionality and emotional and spiritual health kind of front and center in our lives. God is interested in our whole lives, and all of life is spiritual, and this kind of rule of life is kind of highlighting that.
So here's to having a fantastic December time that is not just about resting from. And man, we are going to have some great times. I promise you. I'm surfing, we're climbing mountains, we're engaging in all kinds of stuff. We'll probably watch the odd Netflix. Yes, you heard me. But we're going to do that under the auspices of not just resting from a tough year, but resting for another great and fruitful year, knowing that we're prioritizing the right stuff. Hopefully you'll have a fantastic time together, and we look forward to giving you more installations of what does it look like to grow ourselves in Jesus.
Have a great evening together, guys. Bye.